What did you say to me while we weren't filming? What did you say when you were looking through the bills?
What did I say?
Hello everybody, Silver Picker here, and today's video is extra special because I have an extra special guest with me, my father. It is his second time on the channel. You guys asked for more, so I brought Silver Picker Sr. back on the show. And it is going to be a really exciting episode today because what we're going to be doing is a good old-fashioned bank strap search, but with a little twist. We are each going to be looking through a giant pile of $500 in singles, and we are going to be competing against one another to see who has the best, most valuable bills hidden within. Now, I haven't looked at either of these. This is totally the first fresh look that we're going to be looking at these. And another little twist to the mix is I went to my bank to pick these up, and he went to his bank to pick those up. So these are from Bank of America, and those are from Chase Bank. So we're gonna see another little bit about which one has better things inside it. So I'm gonna explain what we're gonna be looking for, and then we'll be off to the races. Now, if you're watching and you have no idea what a bank strap search is or what we're doing here, well, you're in luck because my dad doesn't know either. And I am here to teach him and you about the wonderful hobby of bank strap searching and also coin roll hunting. Essentially what it is it's a risk-free way of doing treasure hunting from your own home. Essentially, you go to the bank, you withdraw a whole bunch of cash, whether it's banknotes like $1 bills, $5 bills, whatever, or rolls of coins, you bring them back home, you search through them one by one, you pull out any rarities or valuable bills or coins, and then you take the rest back to the bank and deposit it in, effectively letting you get rare and valuable banknotes and coins for face value. You can't beat that. You really can't beat that. Plus, it's a lot of fun. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going through these singles, and we're going to be looking for 4 different types of bills. We're going to be looking for star notes, which are notes that have little stars next to the serial number, so you'll be able to see those. 2 is we're looking for any kind of fancy serial number. That means if you see a serial number that's really low, like 0000001, or really high, like 999999, or a ladder, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, all sorts of fancy serial numbers. And if you're interested in learning more and doing a deep dive on fancy serial numbers or star notes, I have videos exclusively on those. They're listed in the description box below and in the card over here, so you can check those out. In addition to star notes and fancy serial numbers, we're also going to be looking for errors. So if you see a misprinted bill, something with, a big ink splotch or missing ink, or it's a $5 on one side and a $1 on the other, we're going to be looking for those. And then finally, anything old or unusual. If you see a bill from 1950, pull it out. If you see a bill from, another country, pull it out. So we're going to be looking through those, and what we'll do is I'm going to pull out all the good stuff from mine, my dad's going to pull out all the good stuff from his, and then we're going to have you guys vote and see who you think won. So you'll put your votes down in the comments below, and we'll see who's the better man. Well, he's the better man, but in any case, we'll see who is the winner of this contest. So, Dad, you ready?
I am ready and good to go.
All right, let's check it out. And by the way, if you're wondering why I've got a bunch of $2 bills and Eisenhower dollars sitting here on the table, well, you're gonna have to wonder a little longer because at the end of the video, I will explain what those are doing here, why I have them, and it will come with a serious pro tip on how you can improve your odds when you are coin roll hunting or bank strap searching.
What I'm really going to be looking for are future dates.
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah, if you find any bills from the future, we're all set. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so we are ready, we are set. I'm gonna take off these rubber bands. Got ourselves our first strap, and may the better man win.
Yes. As I said, I'm going to be looking for future dates.
That's right, absolutely. If you find any of those, well, we've got a bigger discussion there. All right. 1999, not quite so old, but a little older than you might expect. So we finished our first strap and we found a couple of interesting things, nothing major, but I will show you what we got and you'll be able to see some of our findings. All right, so I'm going to show you what I found first, and then I'll show you what my dad found. Now, some of this stuff is not stuff that I'm actually going to keep, but I wanted to just show you what's actually out there. So out of this pile of 100 bills, I found 3 bills from 1999. None of them are interesting serial numbers. None of them are in great shape. And 1999 is not quite old enough for me to save, but it just does show that there is older stuff out there. Now, I also found over here 2 bills from the 1980s, one from 1985 and one from 1988. Now, the ones from 1988 could indeed actually be web notes. This one, unfortunately, is not. We would know it's a web note if we saw that the little number over here were up here instead. But I'm actually going to keep these two. These two from the 1980s I'm going to hold on to. And there is a third one I'm going to hold on to. This is an error. It is not a serious error, but it is indeed an error. Can anybody spot it? I'll give you all a second. You can put it in the comments below if you've spotted it and pat yourselves on the back. If you look here at this serial number, everything lines up perfectly. But if you look at this one, you see that the 0 at the end is misaligned. It is above the line. I forgot the term for this type of error. If you find them throughout the serial number, it's pretty darn good. With one little 0 at the end, it's not a huge deal, but that is indeed an error. So out of 100 bills, we found 6 that were interesting. That's 6%. That's pretty good. These 3 are going to go back. These are from the 90s, from 1990s. I'm not super interested in those. But these 3 are keepers. A 3% keeper rate is not bad. Now let's see how my pops did. Dad, you want to take us through what you found?
I found a star note right over here.
That is fantastic. It's a 2013E. If you all remember, I did a whole video on 2013B. If you find a 2013B, that could be great. So check out I'll link that in the description below as well. I'll give you guys a whole tutorial on banknotes that you can find hiding in your change or bank strap searching that are worth money. So this is not one of those, but hey, a star note is a star note. You are on the board for sure.
And I found one with 4 7s in the middle.
Yeah, that is awesome. So this is great, and this is a good example of an almost hit. So you see here it says 8577798. If these two numbers on the end were like a palindrome, like if it was 857777758, or if it was even 8577785 or something like that, where the pattern would be recognizable, this would be a keeper. So this isn't a keeper, but it is a good find. And it looks like these two you found are also ones from the 90s. So this one's a 1999, and this one is a 1995. The 1995 as well could be a web note, but unfortunately it is not. Again, if the number on the back was up above the E instead of down here, it would be a web note. These are not quite old enough to hold on to, but the star note is definitely a keeper. So far we've got 1 star note, 2 a error, and 2 older bills. So what the heck is the point system? I don't know, but that's pretty good. That's that's 5 bills out of 200. So
Very exciting, I gotta say.
And are you ready for round 2?
I'm ready for round 2.
All right, so you know what we'll do for our, what we're gonna do is I'm going to take our finds over here and I'll put those up front, kind of like a little trophy section. You've got this one. This is your only keeper for now. So far it's 3 bills to 1, but you know, who knows if that matters.
We'll keep it in the family.
That's right. So put that here, and round 2.
Round 2.
Cheers.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Let's see how we do over here. It's also just fun. Like, this is like a great hobby if you want to like just listen to music in the background and relax. I find this very relaxing. A lot of people do it while they're watching TV. Makes watching TV feel a little less guilty, you know, a little guilt-free television, because, you know, you're treasure hunting. So let's see if I can get myself a star note over here. I don't like this that out of my whole pack I didn't find 1 star note.
But I did.
That's right.
Star note.
All right, that's a live find right there. Not bad. And is that a 2013? It is. I'm going to have to check if those serial numbers fit in within the project, but if it is, this could be worth a whole lot of money. Nice. And for the round 2 recap, these are the bills that I found. And again, some of these are not bills that I am going to be keeping, but I just want to show you sort of what's out there. So first off, we've got 2 bills from 1999, these 2. as well as one from 1993. I'm not going to hold on to those, but again, I want to show you that there are older bills out there. We have 3 bills from 1995, which all could be web notes, but alas, they are not. Any bill from 1995 that's not a web note, I am not going to be keeping. But I did find one from 1988, also not a web note, unfortunately, but the ones from the 80s I do keep. I think that that is worthwhile. And over here, we got ourselves a star note. So my dad found a star note in the previous round. I did not. I found my first star note. And last thing I want to show you is another one that it's not actually rare or anything, but it's almost there. It's like what my dad found before. This is 087388787. So there's 3 iterations of 87 in here. If there had been one more, this would be a very valuable repeater bill. All right, and on to Pops. What did you find?
Well, I found 2 star notes.
That is
I'm
pretty
excited
darn
about
good.
it.
That is pretty darn good. And they are both from the B series, or from New York. And why that's interesting is the ones from 2013, actually, some of them are worth a ton of money. Now, don't go get too excited if you find one in your wallet. You got to check out the video that I posted below. It is about the duplicate 2013B project, also known as the Zegers Winograd project. But this one, unfortunately, falls outside the range of the project because the serial number is too high. We're looking for slightly lower serial numbers. But hey, you got 2 star notes. I got 1 star note and 1 note from 1988. I got to say, Dad, I think you won this round.
Oh, that's great. I'm ready for the 3rd round, just like a boxer.
That's right. All right, let's let the bell ring. All right, so round 3 recap. This is the loot that I pulled out, and some of these are just illustrative again. These 3 are not particularly rare, but I wanted to point something out. If you see here, the serial numbers all start with zeros. Now, low serial numbers can be worth a tremendous amount of money. I'm talking about thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars that people will pay for a super low serial number. Now, if it's tens of thousands of dollars, it's probably 0000001, but still, you can get some good money for lower digits. Now, these are not low enough. These only have 2 or 3 zeros at the beginning, so I'm not going to be saving those, but I just wanted to point that out as sort of a little lesson. Now, these 3, however, we've got a 1995, a 1995, and a 2017 star note. The star note is definitely a solid one. These 2, I have not yet checked whether they are web notes. So let's see. Web notes? Nope. Regular note. Web note? Nope. Regular note. So won't be saving those. So for this round, I only got a single win. How about you, Dad?
Well, I found a 1988.
All right.
So is getting there.
That's solid. That could be a web note. Let's flip it over and see. Web note? Nope. Also a regular one. But we'll hold on to that. It's still from the 80s.
1995.
All right. Let's see if that's a web note. Here we go. Nope. Regular one. That'll go back in the original pile. And
1999.
All right, so again, that's just pulling it out to see that there are indeed old bills from the 90s. And you also on this one, man, number 3 must be unlucky because we each only got a single savable bill that will be added to our stack. So add that one over there, add one over there. I think we can reasonably say that this round was a tie. Agreed?
I'll go along with that.
Oh, you'll go along with that? All right. Well,
all right.
We've each got another one here for round 4.
All right.
And let's do it. All right, the recap from round 4. Now, I had much fewer finds on this one, but 2 interesting ones. So the first is this one with the stamp that says, track me at www.where'sgeorge.com. Now, eventually, I want to do a full video on this because this is such a cool phenomenon. This has been around since I was a little kid. But basically what it is people stamp this. It says, go to this website, and you enter in the serial number, and you can see where this bill has traveled from, right? People will put this bill in. They'll enter this bill into the system as it goes throughout commerce, and you might find that it was used in you know, everywhere from New York to Pakistan to Hawaii to wherever. And it's really, really cool. So maybe I'll do a full video on that someday. I'm not going to hold on to this bill, but it is cool. But you know what I will do? For those of you who are my Patreon patrons, is a little extra reward for you. I'll post on Patreon where this bill has been. So if you're interested in supporting my Patreon campaign, well, there are links below, and this is just one more reason to do so. Now, over here, another 1988A, and I have not yet checked it, so let's see. Will it be a web note? Unfortunately not a web note. But that's all I found, so nothing too special. Dad, what about you?
Well, Daddy-O found a little bit here. I found a star note.
Nice. And this is
2013.
Okay, nice. Star note's a star note. That's solid. And what do we have over here?
Well, I thought it was interesting. In the center of all the numbers are 4 5s.
I see.
In a card game, that would be awesome.
That's right. 5, 5, 5, 5. So this is not worth anything extra because it's just not quite enough, but it is close. That is the kind of thing we're looking for. If you found one where everything was 5s, we'd be looking at several $1,000s over here.
I'll take it.
Not a bad round. I think we both probably tied. Maybe you won out because you got the star note, but let's go on to the final round.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, we've got a pretty pitiful last round, unfortunately. Here, all I found was one from 1993. Nothing special, just the 1993. That'll go back in the stack, leaving me with absolutely nothing for this round. But my dad found at least a 1988 bill, and it is not a web note, unfortunately. So that does go into his victory pile. And why don't we take the victory piles over here and do a final recap, and then I'll get into what this stuff is about. So don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. And while I'm organizing this, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, you best hit that big old red subscribe button because I make videos about coin collecting, precious metals investing, personal finance, and even alternative investments every single week for you guys to enjoy. So hit that little red subscribe button. And while you're there, do me the ultimate YouTube solid and hit that like button. It only takes you a second and it means the world to me. Dad, should they hit the like button?
Absolutely.
There we go. You heard it from Silverpicker Sr. So my final tally are 4 bills from the 1980s, which are not really special, but I hang on to them. It doesn't hurt. We got ourselves this error, which is, albeit a minor error, but it is still a noticeable error, so I am pretty happy with that. I will be holding on to that. I got 2 star notes and the Where's George note, which I will be showing off to my Patreon patrons. So in reality, not too much, but it's still pretty cool to see how much you can pull out of just $500. And for Daddy-O over here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 star notes. So he is definitely the star note king on this one, as well as 2 bills from the 1980s. We did not find any web notes. We did not find anything really old or unusual, but we had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, Boy George didn't pay off, though.
That is for sure. He really left us hanging.
All right, so as you can see, we didn't get a whole lot of amazing stuff, but we had a lot of fun. It's always fun spending time with family, hanging out with my dad. It's awesome, and we did find some cool stuff that I will be holding on to, so it is definitely not a bad way to spend a couple of hours hanging out. And like I said, you can watch TV, you can listen to music, do whatever you gotta do, and it is awesome. Now, I did promise that I would explain what's going on with these Eisenhower dollars and these $2 bills. And I said it would come with a little bit of a tip. Now, when I was at the bank, what I do, my usual spiel, is I say, hey, I'm a coin collector and I'm always looking for anything old or unusual. And I say both old and unusual to get their gears in their head spinning to see if maybe they've got something interesting in their drawer. And I have found all sorts of awesome stuff. I have found over the years lots of silver, especially $half, and a whole bunch of rare $2 bills, rare $5 bills. I was telling my dad, he asked me what the oldest bill I ever found was at the bank. I found a 1950 $50 bill, and there were actually 2 of them in there. And actually, I did find a couple of red seal $2 bills. I don't remember what year they were, but that also could have been a little bit older, and really awesome stuff. So you never know what you're going to find, and it doesn't hurt to ask. Now, over here, why didn't I show off any of these $2 bills in this video? Why didn't I do a $2 bill hunt as a bonus? Well, the reason is because these are all brand new and they are nothing special. They are 2017 $2 bills and they are all sequential. So there is nothing special to find here. And these, well, I looked at them while I was in the car. I couldn't help myself. And there is nothing rare here. No silvers, no proofs, no uncirculated, no nothing. So why did I take these, right? I could have not even taken these from the bank. Here is the important tip. When you make a relationship with your teller at your bank and ask them to put aside old or unusual coins for you, you don't want them to make the decision for you about what's old or interesting. So if I would have said, nah, actually I don't need these, and I would have handed them right back, she would have gotten in her head that, oh, $2 bills aren't really old or unusual, I'm gonna not save them for him. Now, because I took these, it signals to her that this is something that I value. These Eisenhower dollars are something that I value. Because when I asked about old or unusual, she said, I don't know if they're old or unusual, but I got some of those big dollar coins. Big dollar coins is most likely Eisenhowers that are worth just $1, but they also could have been peace dollars or silver Morgan dollars, or who knows, even trade dollars. I've never found Morgan dollars at the bank, but I know people who have, and there are some videos on YouTube from other channels where they have indeed found Morgans at the bank. So you never want to say no. That's my tip. It's a small tip, but it will make you lots and lots and lots of good friends at the bank who will make you, I don't know about millions of dollars, I don't know about thousands of dollars, but will definitely help you on your coin collecting and silver stacking journey. So, I had a good time on this video, Dad. Did you have a good time?
I had an awesome time. I really did.
Did you learn anything? What did you say to me while we weren't filming? What did you say when you were looking through the bills?
What did I say?
well, Dad, you had said that now you're going to start looking through all of your bills.
Oh, yes.
So I have created another monster here, I think.
Yeah, you have. But it's kind of ironic, you know. Morgan was never president.
That's right. Very good. Well, Morgan, as we all know, was the designer of the Morgan dollar.
Oh.
But, you know, we got to explain this to, you know, the non-numismatists.
That's true.
A lot of you do know, though, even though my dad's not a coin collector, not a numismatist, he is a stamp guy. He is the philatelist. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Philatelist.
Yeah, you don't want to say that in public.
No, absolutely.
Anyway, I had a good time with my dad. Thanks for joining. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We'll do a lot more. If you like this video, please put it in the comments that you want to see more. And of course, don't forget, put in the comments who you think won. Who do you think got the better batch? I don't know. I honestly can't tell. I think maybe I did, maybe he did.
This is the best batch I got right here.
Thank you. With that, we'll call it a day. Anyway, Silver Picker and Silver Picker Senior out. A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. I cannot thank you enough. If you're not yet a patron and want to become one, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in the Discord.